Okay, so in the stream, guys, I hope that you guys will be on this one because right now I am on my phone and I see the volume thing moving, so I'm sure I am online. You cannot tell me that I am not online, so I know I am online. I mean, I know you can hear me. So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an all-in-one productivity software. Let's come on in, so that I could start talking. Oh, come on, my friends, come and let me start talking. Okay, can you guys hear me? I'm actually going to sign into my other account and see how I sound. Let me see. Keep Africa free. Let me see how I sound. Let me see. Yeah, I think now you can hear me because I can hear me too. How I sound. Let me see. Yeah, I think now. Okay, so let's continue. This is actually let me make sure that I have this thing on because let's continue. This is actually so. On. So let's continue. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, so it looks like whenever I put the phone. Hear me? Yeah, I think. You guys hear me? Okay, so it looks like whenever I so because I'm trying not to look at the phone, but if I if I kind of close the app, stops working. Anyways, so Kesa will come in next week, and or she might even jump in today. That's like 4 and hold on. It's like 2 a.m. in Nairobi right now, so I don't think I could send her a message on TikTok, but I don't know if she's awake now. But she'll come next week. And really, she doesn't want to talk about, a lot about, that scavenger guy. But I think we are going to talk. Someone wants to talk about how it is like to date for African girls to date non-African guys. So she might answer those questions and any other questions you might have for her or even for me. But today I wanted to talk about Strictly and Floyd. I'm not interested in the two, but I had made a video. The last video I made was about Floyd, angering Strictly. And I think I got some of, I feel like, there is something more than what Strictly is telling. So I want to tell you guys what I think is happening, why Strictly is so mad at Floyd. What I think is Strictly is running an escort service without the girls knowing. I think, and this is just theory. I'm not accusing. I'm not, saying something definite. If Strictly is listening, hopefully he is not, because that guy just annoys me, and I don't want him, around. Anyways, but here it is. Here is what I think is happening, because in the video I said that Strictly had set up this girl to go out on a date with Floyd, but Floyd, when she and Floyd were setting up the date, texting each other to set up the dates, Floyd asked her, "Can I eat you? Can I perform oral sex on you?" And that upset her, and she canceled the date. And she berated Strictly because he's the one who, who got them in touch, right? Who got the two in touch with each other. That is what I said. And then Strictly got mad at Floyd because she is a very dear friend of Strictly. But I don't think that is what's going on. I really truly believe that Strictly is angry because Strictly is running an escort service without the girls knowing. What I think is happening is that because these passport bros, a lot of them are desperate people. They are socially inept, and they probably would pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars to just be in the presence of a beautiful white girl, without even getting sex from her. So I think what Strictly has been doing is that he's been charging, passport bros, hundreds of dollars, and hooking them up with these white Latina women. And the passport bros and the white Latina women would go up, would go on a date or would go. What I think actually is he tells the girls, you know what, I have a friend coming over from America. Could you show him around the town? And then he's telling the men, the passport bros, you know what, I have, pay me $100, pay $200, and I will hook you up with a really good looking Latina woman, and you can go out on a date with her. So, and if something better, if the date leads to to sex, it leads to sex. But what I can promise you is just a date. That's, I think, what he's been telling them, and it's been working for him until now, because the passport bros are very satisfied with just going out on a date and not getting sex, and the girls probably didn't even know that they are being pimped out. So it was working for him. But then comes Floyd. Floyd is not interested in dates. Floyd is not interested in anything that doesn't involve, putting something in his mouth or, sticking his penis into something. That's what Floyd is interested. Floyd's interests are very limited. It's almost like an animal. He only likes eating and having sex, nothing else. So when Strictly, told, I'm almost sure Strictly probably charged Floyd some, some $100. I mean, some money, and he probably told him, well, you know what, here is a beautiful Latina woman. You can go out with her, and if you guys hit it off and it leads to sex, that's great too. But for Floyd, all he wanted was sex, right? He didn't want to go out and hang out with this beautiful woman, beautiful girl. So when the girl texted him, because she's thinking she's just going to to show this American guy around, when she texted him, he went he went to the business, right? What he wanted is sex. So he asked her, can I perform oral sex on you? And that upset her. And now Strictly is upset because Floyd, I think, destroyed his business, the business of, his business of escort business. pimping business is, I think, being destroyed by Floyd. And if I'm wrong, someone can prove me wrong. But the person I will not talk to is Strictly, because Strictly is someone no Black woman should talk to. This guy is, he was on Pesos Live saying that Black women were factually, he said, in fact, are less beautiful than Latina women. So I have absolutely no interest in talking to Strictly, because Strictly is a colonized mind. Only a colonized mind would think that it is a fact that Black women are less attractive than, Latina women. That is scientific racism. That's literally what scientific racism means. Saying that the difference between the races is almost genetic, or like almost like the characters. I mean, beauty is not scientific; it's not a fact. Beauty is just cultural. What is considered culturally beautiful in one culture, might not be beautiful in another culture. I mean, let me tell you guys. When I first came to America, I was surprised when I was watching, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I was surprised that Will Smith was considered more handsome than Carl, because in Ethiopia, the people we consider more handsome are people who look like Carl. My uncle was like 5'1" or something, and he was considered like one of the handsome, men, in our small city. So, like, what the reason I'm bringing that up is that what's considered beautiful in one culture is not considered beautiful in another culture, which tells you that there is no fact. There is no fact about beauty. Beauty is not universal. And for him to say that, it's, a fact, it's objective fact that, Black women are, less attractive than Latinas, tells you how much of a colonized mind he is and how much of a Black woman hater this guy is. The only good thing about Strictly is that, as far as I can see, I don't see him interacting with Black women, at least not online. So, and that's how it should be. We should not be in communication. I mean, we should not be interacting with this guy, I will not be interacting with this guy, because I am really upset, because I actually thought he was one of the good passport bros, because he usually comes under my comment section, and he's always, he tries to make himself look, better than the other passport bros. And I was actually calling him my African brother, because I didn't know that he was saying all kinds of these things on Peso Live. And thanks for someone who let me know that this Strictly guy is a white woman worshiper, a Black woman hater. And he has been saying that he wants to come on this live and debate me or whatever. There is nothing to debate. There is nothing to debate. What are you gonna debate me? Debate me that do you want me to debate that Black women are not ugly? That's what I mean. That is so demeaning for a Black woman to be online on a panel and try to convince you that wow, I am, we are beautiful like the Latinos. What do you want me to debate you about? I'm not going to debate, our humanity. Anyways, so this is what I want to say today. I think, Strictly is running a business of escort service, I think. And I also think that if he wants to prove me wrong, but I think my theory is right, because the way he is so angry at Floyd is disproportionate from what Floyd did. So the reason he is so angry is because Floyd destroyed his business. And when people destroy your business, of course you are going to be angry, and very, very angry. And that is how angry Strictly is. Strictly is very angry at Floyd, and now we know why. And the other thing is, if anyone wants to come on the panel, they can. but they will not be debating me. If you want to talk, I will open the panel.
Hello?
There you go. You got it.
Hello. Hello.
Someone has a lot of background noise.
It must be me because I'm in the. No, I think that's the host actually. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, I don't have that much time because I'm running out of battery. I'm kind of for my place. But let me clear things up. The reason I actually introduced Floyd to my friend is because they were new to Chile, and I spent 11 years in Chile, and I have a business in Chile. By saying that I'm running an escort service, it's appalling and disrespectful without any proof. I have no business on exploiting women. That is not the case. And also the other thing, where they're saying that I don't like black women, my word was taken out of context. Exactly, it has nothing to do with it. My daughter, my youngest one, the mother is Ethiopian and she's black. So my first daughter, same thing as well. So it's not even the case. So it's really appalling that someone would go ahead and without any proof would just make that type of assumption. It's ridiculous and it's just appalling. Hello?
We're all still here. I don't know if she has her stuff situated yet.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it because I have 40% of battery. I didn't bring my charger, so I'm a little bit like 45 minutes from my place. So I don't know how long it's gonna last, but it's very unfortunate that someone made this assumption without knowing, just assuming things. I'm running an escort service. To me, it's really disrespectful. I mean, I don't need to do that. I mean, because I mean, if she knew my real name, then she would figure out that it's far from that at all. I mean, she could Google me and say that I'm a very honorable guy and respectful guy. I thought Floyd was a regular dude that can actually, I didn't think that the guy just using paid services. How would I know that? I don't need to run an escort service. I mean, what would I do that for? I mean, and she's saying that I'm running a, she said that I'm running a passport. I mean, escort for the passport, bro. It's even ridiculous. I mean, I don't even, just ask any passport, bro. How many that she, first of all, I'm not even a passport, bro. I'm a traveler. So putting myself in that in that category, it's just appalling. I'm not a passport, bro. I've been traveling since I was 5, so I don't need to be a passport, bro. I'm not looking to. I mean, what the meaning of passport, bro? There's a guy looking for woman overseas to find. I mean, it's never been my case. To me, it's a new term that I've learned while going through social media. So it's really appalling. And disrespectful listening to someone actually saying that and assuming things. I think it's just wrong, without any proof. I mean, if she says that, she needs to have proof that I'm running that service. Then she will be right. But she doesn't have any details. She doesn't have any proof. She doesn't have any website. So if she can actually show receipt that that's what I'm doing, then she has something. But in the meantime, It's just, I mean, literally, I mean, it's like false accusation and defamation. Literally, that is wrong. I mean, she shouldn't be doing that. You know, that's my point of
Yeah,
that. That's my take. Yeah.
yeah, I got you on that. Hey, Strictly, I do have a question for you. So I do have my own little travel channel, right? And I teach people how to teach men how to travel correctly. So one of the things that I do is I've looked at a lot of Floyd's content. So I definitely want to know, how long have you been watching Floyd and his
I've
content?
been watching Floyd for about 2.5 months.
Well, so and in those 2.5 months, there was no inclination that there was something up with Floyd.
Well, here's the thing. Men do men things, so men will be interested in certain things. But I didn't think that Floyd will be able to differentiate, like, because I mean those are YouTube guys. I mean, I know how real they are. So
Hmm.
I don't make any force or any judgment on someone I don't quite know. So I say, well, I know someone that can actually show him around. If something's gonna happen between him and that girl, that's between them. All I did was, I know a girl that I know plenty of because I've spent 11 years in Chile. I have a business in Chile. So
Okay.
I know a girl that can actually show him around, so she can line up because they have no clue of Chile. So I'm like, so you can actually have a good insight of some local girl from Chile. That was the extent of it. After that, it's none of my business. So, that's all I did. Just put them in contact and that's it. And did the rest. So if something would have happened, they would have been between them. But it's not, I'm not, I'm not responsible for action, nor his action. There are two grown people. All I just, but when he said that the first time, like without even meeting, I'm like, well, I was shocked because first of all, I never met that kind of people that will just firsthand go ahead and try to go straight to the point. I mean, I never. I mean, to me, it was really surprising to see that someone can actually do that.
Hmm.
To me, people all. I mean, normal people will take the time. They will learn. I mean, they will find out what the person is all about before even making those type of assumption and feel things. That's what men do. But so it's my first time actually running into that type of individual that just have no scruples. Just go straight. I mean, I was shocked. I mean, I was really. Dude, it was more than shocking. I thought it was a normal dude
Yep.
that do regular stuff. Then I find out that guy is generated. It just, I mean, it's stupid. I mean, I was.
So so
Yeah,
strictly. I definitely do have another question. And I'm
sure.
not trying to interrogate you or anything,
No,
because
it's fine.
I
Hey,
believe
listen.
you're. Yeah.
You can ask me a question. I'm open. Go ahead. No
I
problem.
just want to, because I seen one video of Floyd and knew there was something wrong with him. I knew as soon as I heard him talk, I knew he was socially awkward. I knew he couldn't just go up to women and speak to women the right way and correctly. So that's nothing you picked up on because you definitely don't want to put nobody in touch with people that
No, no,
you're friends with. Go ahead.
here's the, here's the thing. When I did that, I didn't think twice because I don't make any judgment. To me, talk maybe Fred was entertaining. I didn't think that guy was that awkward. I mean, seriously. I mean, if you go to a brothel or you go to a brothel, you go to that kind of stuff, and it's understandable that attitude. But if you meet someone out of, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, to me, it's just weird. I didn't think that type of. I mean, I thought it was normal, honestly. Then I found out the guy's not normal at all. And I'm like, okay, well, Then I started analyzing his thing. I'm like, okay, I should have never done it because I was like, whoa, I didn't think this guy was that crazy. I thought, I mean, I know, I mean, you can have some issues, but not that bad. I mean, to me, it was really surprising. Honestly, I was shocked when I saw the text. I
Mhm.
saw the actually I talked to a holder because I know her quite well. I was just shocked because first of all, initially they were supposed to go out, then he canceled at the last minute. I said perfect, so I guess nothing's gonna happen. Then on the
Right.
Friday, called her and
Strictly, I think you cut out. Yeah, I think Strictly cut out. Maybe his Wi-Fi cut out.
How y'all doing? This is your boy Lefty
they
from
said,
Keeping the Road
they
Lefty.
were
Want
gonna
to
meet, and
introduce
while they were
myself.
talking on Instagram,
Hey, Strictly, you're going in and out. I guess my bad, Lefty. Go ahead, Lefty. My bad. Salute to you.
No, just introducing myself. I really just came on here to kind of chat with the host.
Mhm.
I wanted to debate. You know what I mean? Some of the videos that I seen on the channel. You know, but you kind of had your conversation going on, so I'm a mute, so nothing in my background until I guess.
Gotcha. Your background's good. There's nothing. I don't hear anything in your background.
Is the chick here that runs the channel?
She's here. She's in the chat, but I guess maybe her audio's messed up.
This is interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but she's definitely on the panel. I'm sure she can hear us, but yeah, but I had to hop on. There was no debate for me. I just thought that that like we all know Floyd. Most of us know Floyd and his content. Not know Floyd personally, but we know his content. And I personally believe not a lot of people want to be grouped up with Floyd. So when she was talking about this guy Strictly, I don't know Strictly. I don't know anybody personally, so I have no dog in the fight. But she made the accusation of him running an escort service, and that's an extreme accusation, and he should have at least got up here and defend himself. At least she should give him that grace.
Yeah, I think that a lot of times, I think from watching a lot of the videos that she has done, a lot of, I gotta say how it is, bro. I'm from Philly. I'm gonna keep it real. It's just reckless. It's just reckless talking. You feel what I'm saying? The thing is that you can be reckless, but be able to confront that person when you're being reckless about them. You feel what I'm saying?
Correct.
You know, you're talking about people's moms, you know, like at the end of the day, we all have our opinions and everything like that. And I understand that, you know, but when you start like when your whole channel is just based off of going at these brothers, it's like what's really good? You know what I mean? Are you trying to, and we all don't agree with what a lot of content creators do, but do we want to rip them down? Do we want to take them off the platform because you necessarily don't agree with how they may act or how they may go about things? Like we all go about things differently. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not here to take up for nobody or make excuses for anybody. I'm me, they, them, period. In the discussion. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I just see, you know, welcome to Google Home. The name of the channel is Keep Africa Passport Bro Free.
Right.
Like, so what does that even mean? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, quote unquote, are we all from Africa? From what they say. I mean,
supposedly.
I'm American. I was born on American soil. I've never been to Africa, so I know nothing about Africa. I don't relate to Africa. You know what I mean? Would I like to go there to check it out? Maybe. Has it been a desire of mine? No. You know what I mean? But if you want to keep passport bros or Americans out of Africa, are we wrong for saying maybe we should keep you out of America?
Mm-hmm.
Are we wrong for saying that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. At the same time, for me, I don't believe everybody deserves a platform to speak in a sense of being a leader. Because I don't believe everybody can be a leader. And
right on that.
Yeah,
100% right on that.
You know, so that's the issue with some of these. It could be anybody, people on YouTube. The issue with that is that it's hard for people to decipher who's actually a leader and who to follow and whatnot. And unfortunately, you have people on this platform like Floyd, right? I don't know your feelings towards Floyd and his content anyways, but for me, I don't believe he should be telling anybody anything about travel. But there is going to be a small subsector of people who are going to follow him. And as for me and a lot of other people know, he's not the right person to be following about travel. So he's going to get a lot of people in some stuff going overseas in a lot of these different countries.
Yeah, I rock with Floyd. I like Floyd. I like his content. I like what he do. I think there's a little bit of value in what he does. I think it shows that anybody can, achieve the success that he achieved if you put your mind to it, if you do it the right way. Not saying that everything he does is right or wrong or indifferent. At the end of the day, this platform was designed for people to just come and tell their story, whether we like that story or not. We can't take that right away from that person. You feel what I'm saying? Because they can come and say the same thing about us, what gives us the right to sit here on this panel and even talk in the first place. Do I agree with everything Floyd does? No. But I do think that you can learn from the content. And it's all about growth. I think that, how can I say this? Because I go in there and I give him advice, and I just keep it real with him. Like, yo, I'm from Philly. I'm like, this is how I see it. This is what it is with me. You know what I mean? I never have any problems with him or anything like that. He say, okay, I understand. I feel where you're coming from. Whether he takes that advice, it's on him. Whether he doesn't take that advice, it's on him. You feel what I'm saying? All I can do is just offer it, But at the end of the day, I think what the problem is, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, is that we're all missing one key point. You know what that key point is? That key point is that YouTube is supposed to be entertainment. So I think the entertainment is, everything is taken so seriously that you forget that it's entertainment and we can just turn away from this at any time. If a person chooses to jump off of a bridge, I could tell them not to, but ultimately it's their decision. This platform was created for people to watch whatever they want to watch. And if they choose to watch Floyd, which I choose to watch Floyd, that's on me, you know? And I personally never want to be the person that's tearing somebody down and say, you shouldn't watch them, because everybody's entitled to make an income. You feel what I'm saying? And we want everybody to make an income, because what happens when people don't make an income in the hood?
So what you're saying here prompts the question, because I'm very curious about this. What do you think that from Floyd is actually success in what he does?
He's able to,
besides him buying a passport,
he's able to live a life overseas on the dime of other people through crowdsourcing and fundraising, which is a very, very hard thing to do. It's very hard to, get funding for whatever, for a business or whatever. So to see him to successfully do that, whether it's people donating to laugh at him or make fun of him, at the end of the day, he's still able to live overseas in multiple different countries for a long extended period of time. To some people that may be stupid, to some people that may be cool. To me, I just look at it as, wow, there has to be some type of skill there that he may possess that other people may not possess, to garner, the many followers that he has. Not only on one channel, but he has another channel that has over 100,000 followers. So I don't know if it's, I don't like to call things manipulating or things of that nature. It's just, at the end of the day, everybody likes a train wreck. I guess a lot of people look at Floyd as a train wreck, so a lot of people watch. And what happens when people watch your content on YouTube? You get more views, that generates into more money, that generates into more donations, that generates into a successful YouTube channel. And I think that's what he's going for, a successful YouTube channel. Whether we agree with it, hey, there's many rappers that you probably think are garbage that should not be rapping at all, but they probably got multi-million-dollar plaques, multi-million dollars themselves. Is whatever floats your boat, at the end of the day. I'm not here to judge, his mental ability or anything of that nature, because, in Anybody can do this. You just turn on the camera and you just talk. You know, some people gonna like it, some people ain't. You know.
So I got you on that. So the only thing is because
Did
I
I
think
answer
this
your
is
question or did I go off the rails? Because sometimes I do.
so, that-
You got
so-
the real back, bro. You know what I mean?
So no. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You saying what you want to say and what you believe. So I'll definitely let you rock. So that my thing is because like I've been watching him for a while. And I personally think a horrible content creator. This is my opinion. Some people share it, and I believe he's been playing on people's emotions. That socially awkward dude from the U.S. Couldn't get girls when he was younger, so he decided to, travel overseas and get girls, and he tried to capture the sympathy of YouTube. That's what I think, and that's what I think he plays on, and he continues to play on, and he tries to sit there and teach. It's like he's engulfed in this red pill rhetoric, and that's all he spews. He doesn't live by that red pill rhetoric. He just spews it. You know what I'm saying? I just think that he's been scamming a lot of his subscribers for a very long time, and whether people go ahead.
I think the word scamming, right? Because
manipulating. That's a better word.
Okay, yeah, okay. I can see your perspective on that, but at the end of the day, people, again, I think it also goes back to the term entertainment, and this is not to justify anything. You feel what I'm saying? But I think it goes back to the term entertainment. People pay you pay for your entertainment, whether that's you going to a movie, whether that's you getting on here sending a super chat to your favorite creator. So those people that are paying him money, they're real weird because you got to go through a couple of levels to send somebody some money for a super chat. You know what I mean? It's just not you made a mistake and hit a button. You know what I mean? So people are knowingly sending them money. And at the end of the day,
that's correct.
At the end of the day, who am I to tell them how to spend their money? How would I feel if somebody told me how to spend my money? I'm a grown man. I made this money myself.
Mm-hmm.
I worked hard to make this money. You know what I mean?
That's correct. And so on the entertainment part, because YouTube essentially is entertainment. Yes. But Floyd has numerously said he has mental issues on a lot of his lives. So is him begging entertainment? Do you think?
Is him begging entertainment?
Yeah.
I don't think it's entertainment. I just think it's part of what he do. Like when you go to his channel, you know what you're getting, what you expect. It's kind of like if we messing with the Filthy McNasty around the way, we know what we getting. There is no surprise there. Or we go to our favorite sandwich shop, we know what we're getting.
Well, that depends on when you tuned into Floyd's content. If you were there from the very beginning, you definitely know what you're getting from Floyd. But if you started watching his videos yesterday, it's a whole different thing.
But I think that will be everybody, though. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody. We all grow. Some people grow, some people decrease. So nobody's the same they was 6 months ago.
Have you seen growth in Floyd from the first time to now? Because it seems like he's the very same.
I mean, as far as growth, as far as like, but that's not what I'm there looking for. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for him to be this Austin Holloman. You feel what I'm saying? I'm looking for him to be who he is. And when I go there, I expect him to be who he is. Bonita Mujer, your band. You know what I mean? Like that's what I expected. Nothing more, nothing less. But for me, it's also entertainment. And I don't take it as, I guess I don't take it as seriously as a lot of other people may take it. But I also don't think he's out hurting anybody either. You know, he could be out doing a lot of other worse things. You know.
He definitely could be out doing a lot of worse things. But so I have another question. Do you think that, you know, when a black man travels abroad, that we have this like unfortunate thing, and where we all get painted with a broad brush?
I've only been to the Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, and I went there to visit an assistant that I had for a very long time. So, I guess I'm not the good person to answer that question because I haven't experienced with, I guess, a quote unquote passport bro or somebody that travels a lot out of the country with experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I can't really answer that question if that makes sense.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. If you
I'm not well traveled. Now around the United States, I've been around the United States a lot. You know, I'm from Philly. I live in Arizona. You know what I mean? I've been to Chicago. Been to a lot of places in the United States. But I also don't feel that United States has the worst women in the world. I do feel like some of the women in the United States are brain dead. Yeah. But I do feel like there are good women here. I feel like there are good, pretty women around the globe. I think it's just all about how the chick was raised, her values, and at the end of the day, what you bring to the chick life and what the chick brings to your life. I think that's it. I don't think it's no more, no less. I think a lot of times a lot of these things get overthinking things. It's really not that simple, you know. It's really not that difficult, you know.
So let me try to ask this and ask it in a different way, because you said you're not well traveled. So do you think when a black man does something, we have that unfortunate consequence of getting painted with that same broad brush? If a black man does something wrong, people look at it as a. Go ahead.
I think so, but I don't think we're the only people to get that. You know, remember when 9/11 happened? You seen the thing that was happening to
that's correct.
So it's like it's not just us. You feel what I'm saying? It's just the way the society is that we live in. You know, people try to, like it's just the society that we live in. You feel what I'm saying? You know?
All right. I got you on that. So we're specifically talking about black men and like Floyd going over, and because it's a great point in 9/11 and stuff like that. But since we did agree basically on black men going and doing something and it being a reflection of all black men, we have that unfortunate consequence or whatnot. So I'll ask this again. Do you believe that Floyd doing something wrong overseas reflect all black men, or that's how other people perceive it?
I don't think it's going to affect all black men, because that would just be wrong to put that all on that man like that. But I do think it may have its consequences or its reservations to particular people. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But to say that it's going to affect all black men, like, you know what I mean? That's like me saying, oh, okay, you know what I mean? Ted Kaczynski was the Unabomber, so all people that look like him are Unabombers? No, that's just like, you know what I mean? Technically I can do that, but is it the right or wrong thing? At the end of the day, when you come across people, you feel what I'm saying, you make your impression on people. People are always going to have a preconceived notion of you until they get to know you. But if they never get to know you, then that preconceived notion is that preconceived notion.
Yeah, I got that. So this is not, because I've traveled a lot. Been traveling for 13 years, and I've been to countries where there's not too many black people. So the people go based off what they see in media, what they see in newspapers, and anything like that. So when they see that, and then they actually see a black person, they tend to treat black people or whoever it is, depending on what they see. So this is where I'm getting at with Floyd. Do you think he's doing harm to black men traveling the way he does? If you think he's traveling wrong, because you probably don't think he's traveling wrong, which is probably some people who keep donating to him.
What is the right way to travel? You feel what I'm saying? Like, is there
Being
a right
respectful? Absolutely, there's a right way to travel. Absolutely.
Definitely. You definitely don't want to go disrespecting nobody's culture, nothing like that. Which I mean, at the end of the day, Floyd gonna be who Floyd is,
Correct.
And also with dealing with there's an extra layer there because of the mental situation, So it puts an extra layer.
But that how long will people give that excuse like that? How long will people go for that excuse? I'm sure a lot of people are done with that excuse. He's mentally or he's delayed or whatnot. That's how long will people go for that?
I guess they won't go long, but we're not seeing people destroy Floyd on the internet. The people that he's interacting with in these countries. I don't know if he's interacting with people that don't have social media or whatever the case may be, but I'm pretty sure if he's done something drastic to one of these chicks, it'd have been that came out by now, And he seems to have pretty much a different chick every week, for the most part. Now I don't know if that's strategic or whatever the case may be. It is what it is, but to me, it seems pretty upfront with people. You know what I mean? They can take it or leave it, and what they decide to do is what they decide to do.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, I don't know Floyd personally. Like I've never met him in real life, and I never met none of these chicks in real life. So it's all a show to me,
Right. So all of this is just opinions and our own opinions and stuff like that. But I don't believe he's being upfront with people. I believe he is a sex tourist. I don't believe he says he's going overseas to look for a wife. I don't believe that for a second.
What is an S tourist? Can you break that down for me? Because I hear that word a lot, but I don't really know.
They have so what do you have? They have sex tourists, sex pets, and then they have mongers. It's all the same thing. Literally, it's just people traveling for sex. And they're traveling to these well-known red light district countries. Not countries, but areas in the countries.
I don't see Floyd as that,
I
guess I don't know. I don't see him as one of those type of people.
Mic check. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You got an echo.
Hello.
Okay.
I think the echo is from me. I apologize.
Somebody has a lot of feedback.
You got an echo.
Okay. Got it. I'll fix it.
You got to turn the what's name off in the background. Turn the TV off. You're watching the live.
Yeah, no, I don't got it. It must be somebody else.
Hello?
Yeah, so somebody has the YouTube window open.
Hello?
Yeah, somebody has the other YouTube window open. All right, I guess. All right, but anyways, like I was saying, I believe he's a monger.
Hold on real quick. Hey, whoever the moderator is, can you mute everybody?
Yeah, somebody got to mute.
So check this out. I'm gonna mute mine real quick right now, so you can see.
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. I wanted to know why would you think Floyd has mental issues? That's the one thing I wanted to know, because I've seen his content for a while on both of his channels, and I've never seen someone that's so calculated in my life.
I could answer.
And
It's for
I've seen a lot of
my bad.
Yeah, hold on.
Well, one
I've
thing
seen
we
a
can't
lot
do
of
is
stuff
talk
from
over
him.
each other. That's one thing we can't do. Is
Yeah.
talk over.
So let him go. Go ahead.
I'll say my point and then I'll say I'm finished. I saw him today literally uses, he can remember who has donated on whose channel, how much they donated, when they donated to Austin or other ones. He has a mental record of that. I've never seen someone with mental issues in person or in a documentary that has that sort of mental capacity where people, for some reason, believe because he's a weirdo, they confuse that with a mental illness. The man has no interest in conversating with women. He says it. He talks to women, and if they don't have sex with him, he cuts the date short. Why would someone watch this and think, let me hook up a girl with him, let me donate to him, or
Mhm.
feel sorry for him, or think he's got some sort of mental illness? The man is so structured, and even on
You
his
mind
other,
if
he knows specifically how to lure out police to get the
you
content he
mind
needs, and people
if
still
I
think,
answer that?
hold on, people still think he's got a mental issue. So I'm wondering, what did people see where they say, yeah, this guy's got a
I got
mental
you.
issue
You
and
gonna
not
let somebody answer you
he's
back?
just not a weirdo?
No.
I can answer. I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
a few of us gonna answer, but you don't have to be a genius, and you don't have to be completely, crazy to be, not 100% there. Like they say, a few screws loose, you could still function. You could be a functioning drug addict. You could be a functioning anything. Because he receives a lot of donations. He needs that. I mean, I could give you a few reasons, but
Chaos
for
creep.
example, what sane person, what grown man that has a brain and thinks is gonna go to 10 different countries, developing country, dangerous places, with no money, completely depending on whether or not somebody's gonna give you donations? That's crazy.
Yeah,
Another
that's called
thing
stupid.
is a
That's
lot. It's a
that's
lot. Hold
a
on, hold on,
mental
hold on, hold
illness.
on, hold on, hold on. I got you. I got you. I got you. There's a lot of reasons because we've been seeing him. His behaviors. There's a lot of he's not completely aware socially of what's going on. He's not completely aware of his behaviors. He doesn't pick up on social cues. He does things that normal people don't do. He doesn't need to be completely. He don't need to go jump off a building to be crazy. He could still function. I've seen him do videos like he's talking normally to somebody, to two girls, and he goes walking through a club, and then he pushes somebody. He's like, yo, get away from me, shoot, and then he go run to get what's his dude name, Austin. Like there's a lot of things that if you pick up on and you look at, you be like, yo, that's not normal. And another thing,
He's not normal
just
because
because you have a hold on, I got you, like we're not doing this because we're not telling this because we want him to be that way. Nah, but another thing, just because you got a record don't mean anything. But if you have consistent record or consistent behavior, and you see it and it's documented, we just see like it's not normal. Because if you depend on donations, you're gonna keep record of that. That's survival. Anybody, somebody, if somebody gotta eat food, he's gonna find out how to eat food. You don't gotta be a genius for that.
Hey,
yeah, but
somebody's echoing.
if you're mentally impaired, you ain't got those capabilities. What you're saying is right, but you're saying it as if he's sick. He's very well. He's
Not
just got
he's
control
not.
issues.
He's functioning.
When he doesn't get his donations, he's angry. When he doesn't get what he wants, he reacts in anger. That is a normal
Do
person,
you
as you just
do
said.
you think
They
that
ain't got no
an
mental
adult
issues.
man,
He
an
is an
adult
adult
man?
man, like
Hold on,
many
hold on.
adult men. When he don't get his way, he gets angry.
No,
That's
I mean,
how
okay,
he is.
listen, we could disagree, but we have been seeing the behavior for some time, and we know
I've
it,
been
and we
seeing it as
see it,
well.
and we
I think
evaluate it.
he's one of the worst.
And I mean, if you don't agree, that's fine. But I mean, I'm not keeping a record of everything he does, so I can't think of it from the top of my head. But whoever next, go ahead.
Yeah, 'cause I just watched him begging just a couple hours ago. So I saw him like so it refreshed my mind of the things that he does, of when he doesn't get his way and he insults people, insults them personally, and he can pull off who is the biggest donor, who isn't. And then he knows how to lure people in with his content. Oh, if you donate, I'll go to salsa. If
Yeah,
I've
but
just
that's
uploaded
not.
something. so
You don't
donate.
gotta be
Or
a
if
genius,
you donate, I'll get rid of the shirt you don't like. This man just doesn't have
but you don't gotta be a
interests.
genius for that. So you don't
Yeah,
gotta be a
he's not a
genius for
genius.
that.
He's not as
Cause
sick
you
as
could,
people say. He's very calculating. He knows what to say to get
bro.
donations. He is someone that has figured out how he can travel to 11 countries
Yeah, but
with no work
anybody could do
and
that.
nothing to offer people except begging.
Check it
And
out.
people
A
still donate, except
6-year-old,
now the walls are falling off. He's turned vicious. He's turned wicked.
a
He's
six
insulting
is,
people,
uh,
blocking
and
people,
like, and
and then
another thing,
he's
you
telling
mentioned he
people
knows.
if you pay $23, you can become a mod. He knows exactly what he's doing,
You
and
mentioned,
he's figured out a way. He doesn't have to pay for his lifestyle, because people will say,
okay,
"Oh,
you mentioned,
like Rampage
you
said,
mentioned
he does
that,
the Forrest Gump thing. He does
Are
the
you gonna
you
let
Forrest
the
Gump
dude?
thing.
mentioned he,
People
Are
feel
you
sorry
gonna let
for
the
him and
dude
give him money.
respond to you? Or are you gonna keep talking? Let him
yo,
respond.
Yeah,
so
I'm
you
gonna keep on going.
mentioned,
I'm gonna keep
so
going
you
because I finished my
mentioned,
point.
Jesus Christ, man. It's like, go ahead, hurry up, man. My bad, go ahead.
Yeah, if I can finish my point, I'm finished now.
Did okay, so listen.
Finally, right?
So
I don't
yeah,
know why you're laughing
he's
when
so
that said
smart.
the man's
He's
got
so he
talent.
yo. So he's so smart. But then again, he'll block you. You could be donating hundreds of dollars, but he'll just in an instant block you because a little
It's
nonsense.
called entitlement.
Like another thing, the dude, I forgot his name. He asked him a similar question because I asked him a question like, "Yo, as a grown adult man, you never are concerned about if you travel all the way to Colombia, Brazil, a whole nother country, a country that could be dangerous. You don't got nobody there. Let's say you run out of money. You never concerned about that? Oh, you trolling? You black? Nah, bro. That's normal, critical, analytical thinking, grown men behavior. So this thing, you're not gonna agree. That's fine. I don't know why you want him. You want to perceive him that way, but a lot of us see it for what it is. And I'm not keeping a track record of what he's doing. I'll probably remember some stuff later on. But go ahead, whoever next.
Yeah, but if you notice, he doesn't. What you're saying is exactly correct, but he doesn't go outside. What you're saying is correct. Why would someone go to these countries and not have any protection? But then again, he's indoors all day sleeping until 3 p.m., not brushing his teeth even,
Yo, you
and then
sound
comes
weird,
online
bro.
and bakes.
I don't know why you're trying to like.
I mean, that
Anyways,
sound weird. That's what he does. Because maybe if you have an opinion on someone, you should know exactly what they're doing. That's why I
So
have an
what?
nah,
opinion.
you
Because I've
sound.
seen him
Can
on
I
his
ask you a
content,
question?
seeing what he's been doing. And if
Can I
you
ask
go
you?
on LTTV, he's got the content there as well. The man wakes up, doesn't brush, begs for money, doesn't go
He
outside,
said. He
doesn't make
said.
content
He
that he
said.
promises
He
to.
said. I don't gotta brush my teeth or take a shower. I'm American. That's all that matters. Remember that. Something like that. It's not
All right.
verbatim, but
Well, you can't say it's
oh
real when
man, oh
when you see
man,
what he said.
Can I,
oh man.
can I ask you a
Oh
question?
man.
LTTV clipped it where he was
You
on
know what?
live,
I got
hadn't
a
brushed
better
his
one.
teeth.
Yo, if you get a black man in a suit and a white man in a suit, the white man will always be superior and look professional, and a black man will never be. He told this white dude, who's like, "You got that miracle look, man. It's crazy."
And
And
remember,
and, and there
he
was another one.
elaborated.
I wish I could have
So
saved. It was too funny. I couldn't believe it.
so
I wanted to save the live with Social Loner too, and they were just agreeing with this. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all, man? That
so I
was too
think I
funny.
He
think that
elaborated on that. When
I think that both of you guys got the same type of opinion on Floyd. But I can't see you guys' names because the things aren't up there.
no,
But
I
like I
wouldn't say
said,
we're disagreeing. I'm saying
yeah.
we're
So
both
you
saying the same thing.
so you speaking, right? Uh, how if everybody truly believes that Floyd is not mentally disabled or delayed or whatnot, it makes him even worse.
Look at his record. He got a record, bro.
Yeah, I know that. It makes him even
Yeah, but
worse.
people
Makes
just
him even
feel
worse of a
from the
person.
That's the
history of
proof.
watching.
That's the proof you need. That proof. That's all the proof you need. When he got arrested,
He
the
thinks he's doing
behavior he was
active.
showing to the police. Let me finish. The behavior that he was exerting to the police, that was not normal. Period. Among so many countless things, man. Come on.
Yeah, but he thinks it's activism. The same way he thinks he's traveling and doing good work, and he even insults people saying you don't have your passport. He literally thinks this is good, and when people try and help him, he blocks them. As you know, he
Exactly.
literally thinks
Exactly.
one of his arrests, he's putting stuff on his like face like a balaclava, and then he's crouching down in front of the police for them to arrest him to record for content, and he thinks that's activism. He's just very entitled, and Austin has told him he just
Nah,
doesn't
you
listen.
just proved my
And people
point.
have
You
tried
just
to
proved
help
my
him.
point. You proved my point. That's not
Because we're
normal
saying the same
behavior.
thing, but I don't know why you think I'm disagreeing with you. The man
Oh, okay,
doesn't
okay,
behave
cool,
normal.
cool,
He doesn't
cool.
want to behave normal.
That's what I'm saying. He don't gotta be completely off the edge, but he's not center line. Like he's not. He don't got all his screws tight.
He don't want to be. Same way people tell him you should change your shirt. He says, I don't need to. I'm an American. I've got American dollars. When people tell him to do
Yeah.
things, he says, I don't need to, because I guess
And if a
people
girl don't like
assume.
him, y'all racist. This country racist. Y'all don't
No,
like
no, no.
whenever don't go his way.
He said racism, and if you remember, he said that Colombian women are picking to choose to look after their children over seeing him. So this man thinks
Yeah,
he's
he
doing
definitely
well.
said that.
We're not
He
disagreeing, but he
thinks he's inferior to
he's
white people. You
yeah,
heard
a
him?
normal
That was
person would
crazy.
take the advice and say, maybe I should brush, maybe I should look after myself, maybe I should have interests and hobbies that aren't just I need to have sex with a woman in 2 minutes. But he's so entitled, he thinks I can do this because X, Y, and Z.
And
And
then
people
It's
are
not even
assuming he's
his
my
someone
bad
got
to
a lot of
interrupt.
background noise.
It's not that he's entitled. It's that he doesn't lack social awareness. He's not aware of it. That's where the screws
you
loose
don't want to be
comes in.
socially
He's
aware.
not aware. No. It's not that he doesn't. It's that he's not. That's part of the where
Be
we
aware.
say he's kind of off because he's not aware of it. That's the issue.
I think that's where we disagree, because you're saying he's not aware. I'm saying he is, but he doesn't care. Like when people say change your clothes and he says no, you're hating on me. He knows he should change his clothes. He
No,
knows
it's
he
because
should
he
brush his
doesn't
teeth.
understand the social why that is a bad thing. He
No, he
doesn't
does, because when
understand
he
that.
goes in his ranting lives where he needs money and insults people, he uses that same information to insult people with it. He says, you shouldn't be telling me I should brush my teeth because you're hating on me because you can't travel. That's how he thinks. That's what he says.
I think that's
Every
just
time
he
when
just talking
he
to
needs
get
money, the real
donations.
Floyd comes out and he turns wicked on the chat and he bans everyone that tries to help him. One of his biggest supporters, Black Rampage, said, listen, get some hobbies. Stop eating chicken wings. Go outside. He banned him. He said, you're hating on me because you
Oh
eat.
man, dude went to Colombia and bought McDonald's, bro. He went to Colombia and bought McDonald's. I'm like, yo, get you a bandeja paisa. Like, what are you doing?
You don't want to go outside. You don't want to go
Nah,
He
outside.
man.
don't want to go. He doesn't want to
Have you
go
noticed he's
outside.
always in the dark, alone in his room? He don't go outside. That's how he stays safe.
That's not
And then he went to Brazil and
normal
said he
adult
was
man
robbed.
behavior.
It's Floyd behavior because he believes he's American. He can do that.
Yeah, correct. And also his opinion, at least from my experience watching him, his opinion of a country is how fast he can sleep with a female.
There you go. And I just remembered something. He said
Hey,
that
no wonder he's friends with Austin.
Yep.
Got him out of Brazil quick. Oh man.
even he said he's an opportunity for a woman. So that's why they should get with him. And the women that have rejected him, they don't know what they're missing. This is what he has said.
He has to
He
be a
knows what
partly delusional, right? You got to be kind of delusional. Got to be saying, not so right up there to
he
believe that,
just got
or at least
delusions of
say it.
grandeur. He just thinks he just thinks he's more than he is, because I don't know what this American passport does for people. I'm not American, clearly.
Hey, but the
It
dude
means
earlier that said that if Floyd, what he does makes an image, yeah, man, that affects the image of people.
Yeah,
Look at what happened to
that's what I was
Austin.
saying.
Look at what happened to
he's
Austin.
so
He got ran
entitled.
out of there, man.
Because he meets a woman and then he gives them his Instagram and YouTube on the lives. So if you're a woman and you go on his YouTube, what do you see him doing? Begging, eating wings in the dark, burping, farting, like saying
Eating
women should be
McDonald's
having
in
sex with you in a
Colombia.
day, banning people. I mean, he put a Colombian chef saying it's culture and made her cook steak and potatoes. That's not
Yeah,
Nah, you know what I don't
this
like
is not
though?
Colombian food.
they
Him.
put that poor girl on blast too.
What happened?
They got what's his name?
So she got
Travel time
cheated.
with Paul is put her on blast. Austin had made a video about her, and she's just over there cooking, doing her business. Boom.
Yeah, they were talking to her. She said she wants an open relationship because she got cheated on, and then they tried to. I guess they were hinting, or I guess the chat said this is what women are like, and obviously the thing with Passport Bros is they say
That's so
women
childish,
abroad
man.
are submissive.
That's like
I
little
think
kid behavior. But I was gonna say, oh right. Austin and Floyd were making a video the other day in Colombia, and he was like, oh, whenever y'all tell us to go and be with the culture, y'all mean y'all want us to go be with poor people. I'm like, yo,
That's
like how
crazy.
you just why you
That's crazy.
disrespecting countries like that, and how you even gonna come to that conclusion that you want to be part of the culture? What that has to do with you got to go be with poor people? I don't even know how you got to that conclusion. And then you expect people
I
to
don't.
like you when you go to these countries. It's crazy.
I don't know. I never met them, but they don't seem to have any hobbies outside of women and doing things for YouTube. I mean, like sports,
Yo,
swimming. I
and
mean,
we only
and
know what
another
they
thing,
show us.
right?
We don't know
Go
what
ahead, go
they.
ahead.
We only know what they show us. What are you from Britain or Great Britain or somewhere, bro? Like we only know what they. Everybody it has multiple sides to them, you know, and we only see what they show us. We don't know what they're doing with the cameras cut off.
Well, they show a lot, and
but
and they
I mean,
and they
they
got a
tell us
lot of
they go on
information
live
on
and
the
say,
internet, though.
Well, you're both talking at the same time. I can only hear
"Oh,
one of
sorry,
you.
sorry."
Okay,
Go ahead,
so
bro.
they show us a lot, and he definitely got records about it online, and it was literally world news. Dude, Austin got kicked out of Brazil, so I mean, it should be obvious that the behavior they're doing is X, Y, and Z. I was gonna say something else. I forgot what it was, but go ahead.
I was gonna say sort of the same thing. I mean, they tell us that they're not doing much. Floyd says, "I've been sleeping all day. I didn't get to do this." Austin says he's been writing his ebooks to sell to his community. But
Oh,
apart from the gym,
I
I don't
remember
see
now.
him.
Oh, so I think all of us here are men of at least 24, 25 plus, right? So
Yep.
check this out. I don't know, especially on the internet, we know how we behave, right? I don't know what grown ass man will get his mom on a live
That
to
was
argue
wild.
with other men
That was
about
wild.
things that men talk about. What in the I just couldn't make sense of that behavior when Austin did that. How you get your mom, and then she looking out here like trying to be like a snack. But why are you bringing her up here to argue with grown men? I don't. From there on, I'm like, nah, this dude is a little boy.
I think she just started the argument off because someone in the chat said she sounds like she mentioned Kevin Samuels, and then someone in the chat said she sounds like the women Kevin Samuels was warning men
Yeah,
against. And
but why even bring your mom up to one of these?
Right. That's the
yeah, I
It's
understand.
crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what you're saying because she was dressed in a way. I mean, Passport Free Africa didn't mind, but if you're a man, I don't think you want your mom in showing cleavage, twirling, walking up and down.
Listen, bro, a chick is a chick.
You don't want those
Whether
things.
it's your mother, your father, your sister, your aunt, a chick is a chick.
Facts. Right? I'm not mad. I'm not mad that they were trying to holler at her.
I'm saying it to bro, like a chick is a chick. Like, yeah, she's a mother. She had kids, but that don't mean she ain't a chick.
Nah, I'm not mad at that. The dude was trying to holler at her. I'm just like, why do you got to bring her to argue with other men? If she look good and they want to holler at her, that's 100%. That's a go.
I mean, I don't know why he brought it on live. I didn't watch that live, so I can't comment on that. But from what I'm hearing, the dude saying is the British dude. What is your name, bro?
Just say Lord Zeus.
Lord Zeus. I'm gonna call you Zeus. I ain't with that. All right, we'll call you Zeus. I lost my train of thought, man.
What was that?
I lost my train of thought. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I think she just started arguing with people and saying she wasn't raised in that way, and people wanted to know if she was single. But I think it's just part of the thing. I think they need content. I think it's just how they acquire the traction online, because if you watch some of Austin's last videos, he's saying that he has to take pictures of women to put in the thumbnails, otherwise people don't watch, because I guess the hardcore passport bros community, they want to see women on there. And I think in those communities in South America, you have to have something to engage a woman with. I think they are surrounded by people they go to the gym, they're at the beach, they're ready to go to the beach. So you need something more than just looks, because I think everyone there is good looking, I think. So
Yeah, I want to go back to that chef girl that they put on blast, because when they put her on blast, they put her on blast about her talking about she wanted an open relationship because she was cheated on. They disregarded the fact that she said that she's been cheated on a lot. But they also asked her, what does she think about passport bros traveling overseas for wives or for girlfriends or whatever it is. And she told them that she thinks they should work on themselves before they start traveling overseas and try to look for wives and stuff. And they completely disregard that whole thing. Even as she was saying that, they disregarded it, even in the chat.
yeah, they do that on every chat though. Sorry to interrupt. They Floyd does it, Austin does it. He says he'd rather just go abroad and get his money's worth.
I feel like
Yeah.
you could get a bad chick wherever you go, whether you're in Detroit or you in Milan, Italy. There's bad chicks across the globe. Period. There's bad
Facts.
chicks in the slums. There's bad chicks in Hollywood. It's just all about you, how you look at it, and how you want to holler at a chick. You know what I mean? I don't think it's I don't know, man.
But socially awkward people like Floyd can't do that.
Yeah. I don't know how
some
in
people
a
are socially
country of
awkward.
300 million.
Some people are socially awkward. You know what I mean? That's on them.
It's no social. I mean, they're going up to women and saying, "And can we fuck after I give you food?" I mean, they're
So
socially
check.
awkward, and then there's people.
Well, obviously,
Yeah.
obviously, that's a person that hasn't had a lot of experience with dealing with women, right?
And just
but
to
if
build
you-
off of that, what I wanted to say is,
Can I finish that real
especially
quick?
these dudes. Go ahead.
So, if you know that is just unorthodox, will be a right word for me to use, right? And it's working for them, then it's working for them, right? Once you learn,
Just to interrupt you there, it's not working for them
Finish.
because
Let me finish, man. Damn, you just keep talking.
I got next. Go ahead.
Jesus Christ, man, let me finish. Fuck, man. Pissing me the fuck off, bro. I don't even get mad, man. But damn.
Hey, man,
why are you getting mad then?
man, go ahead.
Why are you so angry? You're saying
Gotta keep
something.
it player. Go ahead. I want to
That's
trying
fine
to
too,
do,
man.
Well,
Do your
I'm trying
thing.
to keep it pimpalistic, man. But
Do your thing.
off, man. At the end of the day, the longer you keep approaching women, you'll learn how to deal with them. If we're agreeing that Floyd is quote unquote socially awkward, right? And if we agree that he doesn't get a lot of women in the United States, so we agree on all these things, and then he goes overseas and he starts having success at doing something that probably would not fly in the United States. That success. If it ain't broke, then why fix it? Can you turn off the music in the background? Where's the moderator of this motherfucker? Wow.
I be turning my mic off, so it's not me.
Yeah, I need to ask what you mean by success, because I've seen these guys on live crying
Okay.
that no, that women are rejected.
Yo,
Floyd
let me
saying
go real
women
quick.
are
Let me go real
blocking
quick.
them.
So check this out, dude, on the top right. So I don't think it's working for him. I just think that it's coasting, and luckily he hasn't had like a situation where it got corrected. And even if he had a situation, he will keep doing it, because you keep doing a behavior and it hasn't been harshly corrected. And even if it does, doesn't mean he's working for him. It just means he's gonna keep doing it. Like he done gotten arrested for the same thing and making videos about it. That don't mean he's working for him. He's just gonna keep doing it. But like you were saying, right? These dudes are too young. And when I mention about manly behavior, when real men know what life is and what man is, what woman is, we really think. We use our brain, right? So when these dudes are so young, they have no experience, and they're basing their relationships and interactions with women based on pros and paying for relations, and they're making that their base and their reference point on how to deal with women. That is no good. Like that's all you know. That's the only way you know how to deal with women. They already haven't worked on themselves. They don't know anything. Just not even just women, things in life. These are little boys just traveling to pay for pros and got so many things in their whole character that is like, you should be doing other things with your time. Like,
At the end of the day, you have to learn how to deal with the opposite sex, and it's something that's not going to learn in a day. It takes time. It takes dealing with chicks. It takes talking to them. It's a process, and we've all been through that process. Anybody that has a girlfriend or for a certain amount of time has been through this process.
Hey,
So what I'm saying?
can I say something to that?
Could we get the person to mute the mute? Where's the host at?
Yeah, everybody should mute when somebody's talking. Somebody's echoing.
If everybody that's in the back, I'm gonna have to run the show here. I see this. Listen, everybody look in the back of your StreamYard. There's a mute button. Whenever a person is talking, hit the mute button so that way we can hear the person clearly and we ain't over talking them. You understand that, Mr. British person?
I think
You know
somebody
what you're
just
talking
has
to me because you're the one that because you're a bit strange because you first said Floyd has
fish and
talent.
chips, mate. Fish and
You get
chips.
value from his content, and then you said that they have a lot of success. When I see them crying about women blocking them, Austin was live last night saying he spoke to a girl, he went out of
Just because
the venue,
somebody's crying doesn't
and
mean that they're not having more success than they was having in the United States.
so
It is what it
they're
is.
having zero.
If he's smashing
So
chicks,
zero is
if
better
he's
than
getting
what?
donations, he's getting what he wants. Okay?
Yeah, but you said he has a skill. What is the skill you saw
I
the
never said
value
anything
getting
about
from
a
this
skill.
content
I
of a
said
guy
dealing
begging
with
and
women is
burping
a
on
skill
camera?
that you have to learn. If you shut your mouth and listen, you'll hear what I said out of my mouth.
Hey, can I reply?
I think he was
I heard
just.
what you said.
I think he was just
I heard
saying
what you said.
like Floyd. Floyd is a good panhandler. That's what he meant by that.
Hey, can I reply to
I heard what you said. He said he gets value from the content. So I don't know why he's raising his voice and
He's
getting
a
all
he's
weird and shirty.
What are you talking
When
about?
he
you're the one that
basically
said he
he
gets value
basically
from
was
Floyd's
saying
content.
Floyd was a good YouTube panhandler. That's all.
And I definitely didn't call him a panhandler or anything like that. What I
Can I
said was
Nah, but basic is he not begging on YouTube? I'm not even trying to be funny. I said YouTube
He
panhandler,
said that's a skill.
YouTube donation
He said that's a
asker,
skill.
whatever. I don't know, but
Here's
that's
the
what
thing.
that's
So,
what Floyd does,
like,
isn't that?
crowdsourcing. If the people are giving him the money, who am I to say that he won't for asking for?
correct? Can I
Nah, but
reply?
he begging though.
Can I
Because at the
reply
end
to
of the
He
that?
day,
begging.
all of us, if we had a channel and we could get $30, $300, $400 a day in donations, you ain't gonna do it.
It's how you
You ain't
do
gonna
it,
do it.
and the content
Yeah,
that you
No,
get.
you gotta have self-respect.
It's
You gotta
how
have
you do it. It's
self-respect.
all how you do it.
Well,
Can I say
let's
hey,
put up
my
your self-respect
my
on YouTube channel. Let's put up
my
your
guy bottom left is been trying to say something, man.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go do your thing.
The guy in the orange shirt. First of all, I think we need to be a little bit more organized in this conversation. But the guy in the orange shirt made a great point, saying, "Hey, learning to be able to approach women, talk to women, is a skill that you have to learn." He's actually right and wrong at the same time, because what Reddit is doing, what this Mansphere is doing, it's building up a legion of men who do not have to work on themselves, that feel empowered to not do so. So
Exactly.
that's the problem.
Exactly.
Men like us who have pride, men like us who are competitive, we believe that. We believe, hey, if we get turned down, if we're not good in a certain skill, we're gonna leverage the skills that we're good at. These other guys, I never thought that I would have seen black men as confident as we are as a group resort to this passport bro type of stuff, where we're finding the lowest denominator, and we're going lower than that. It's embarrassing.
And it has to be called out.
What we really need to do as men is we need to kind of band up as a unit, and we really need to sun these dudes. We need to deplatform. We need to sun these dudes. That's the only way. I don't know why we're talking about donations for Floyd, donations for Austin. They're gonna get that until they get deplatformed. That is what has to happen. We have to find a way to deplatform.
And I just want to add to that.
I disagree with taking away somebody's platform just because you don't like what they're doing. He's not going against any policy or procedure or hurting anybody.
Yes, he is.
You know what I mean? If you don't like it, you don't like it. Now, what I would agree with you on is the fact that me and you are probably of an age where we had to go out and talk to women. You know, we didn't have to use these internet tools. So the skills that we have are skills that we indeed learned from going through the process. But there's a different skill that these kids are learning today because they're socially awkward.
So check this out. I'm glad that you touched that topic because that's what I said.
One last second, real quick. Bottom middle. I think you have another YouTube window open. That's where the echo is coming from.
I put my oh look, go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk, and I'm gonna mute my mic to see if it's me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's all right. Everybody, now it's gone. So I think it's bottom middle. So if everybody can look in their other windows, close that other YouTube window so the echo won't keep happening.
I just have one quick point. Sorry to interrupt y'all. I want us to not use the narrative of these young people are socially awkward. There's a lot of passport bro dudes who are 50, they're expats. It's not just a young thing. It's Black men of all ages. That's the problem. It's not just young men.
Hello, mic check. Oh, so like I was saying, I'm glad you brought that up because I was saying that the base in their foundation that they have to deal with women and reference point to identify how to deal with women is this passport bro stuff. Unfortunately, nowadays, everyone has access to a microphone, a video. Hey, look at me. This is what I think. Everybody's not a leader. Everybody's not an intellectual or philosophizer or manly enough or has enough character and understanding to be putting everything out there for everyone to consume. And eventually that's going to lead people the wrong way, whether it's entertainment or really not entertainment, because they're making videos about countries and people, real countries, real places. Unfortunately, a lot of these dudes are young. It's being enabled. It's a shame. And they say, oh, because women in the United States are garbage or trash. How can 200 million, talking about 300 million people, at least 200 million women in the US, you tell me you can't find one there? That's crazy. There's 200 million women in America and you can't find one, so you got to go out. But that's all excuses just to find pros. And this behavior, and they get mad when they get called out. You racist, you don't want to see a black man traveling, this, that, and the other. But it's crazy, man. And unfortunately, yeah, people have been doing this for years, for decades, but not the way that it's being done now. And I think this is really an American thing greatly. And it's not good. Look at what's happening in Colombia. Dudes is being killed left and right. And dudes is still talking about going. That's crazy.
The black man has been struggling worldwide for a very long time. And that's why I think this incel stuff, we've been falling victim to it. Black men, and just men in general, because this wasn't just a black thing, this incel movement, if it does not get handled, it's going to be probably the biggest, it probably is already the biggest terrorist threat to this country. I'm just speaking about United States. But going back onto the point, black men have kind of lost their purpose for the majority of us. There's a lot of us who are on our purpose, who are working hard. We're the minority. And we've allowed, through generations of other black men, to not really lead effectively, to groom the next generations, to set the standards. If you just ask yourself today, how many gentlemen are in your social circles or in your neighborhoods? How many of them? They get called simps. They get called names. It's not on code as a black man to be a gentleman.
You gotta be a leader, man. You gotta be your own man, bro. Like for real, for real. I never had the privilege of not having to be my own man and take accountability for myself. I never had the privilege of having a safety net to just fuck up and learn the hard. We just gotta be leaders, natural born leaders, natural men, man.
Let me ask you all this: are black men in crisis? And and no one's addressing it.
Crisis in terms of
mental health, financial health, career health, self-esteem. Are we in crisis? Because the men in general, we have acknowledged that men are in crisis. Lack of friends, sexlessness. I think black men they're getting hit harder. We're the most unemployed. We have been in crisis for a long time. And I think we've been coasting and maintaining. And now as we're seeing black women start to exceed, a lot of black men, and I'm not talking about us, a lot of black men, they can't handle it, can't deal with that. Because they're not past, black women have gotten out of a crisis. They've gotten out of a struggle, and we have not as a collective. And I think that's not being talked about in our group. We're trying to deflect, and that's what the whole Passport Bro and Manosphere stuff. It's just a coping mechanism. It's a deflection mechanism, and it's not getting them any further. It's getting Austin and it's getting Floyd some money. They're gonna crash and burn at some point, but
it's getting Austin kicked the fuck up out Brazil, man.
Right? But that's just the start. I don't understand, and Austin knows it's a game. He knows, like the hardest thing, the weirdest thing about this is, at the core of this are incels who are really hurting. Some of them have autism, some of them are socially awkward, some of them just don't have male figures or fathers or whatever the heck, or some of them just lack social skills. That's fine. But it's people like Austin who know what they're doing. They don't believe that all the black women in America are trash, but if they're making money off incels, and I wish that the incels had some actual true male figures that weren't looking to siphon money from them and siphon their life from them and siphon their time from them. This whole high value man movement. Like, we're not questioning what is this really about. Like, Kevin Samuels was entertaining to an extent, but he was Republican. And when you start to dig deep on him, he was disrespectful to women in general. So you can't spin this angle of, he just wants to hold them accountable. No. A lot of these manosphere men's manhood influencers, they want to see women under their heel. They don't want to see women succeed. And I don't understand.
Well, I think that for the most part, everybody may not. I barely even. Well, I know who he is. I haven't heard much of him, but I understand. There's a good book called Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. I highly recommend that book. As a matter of fact, you don't even got to read it. Get the audio book, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that is the Bible about men and women. And I'm not exaggerating, but anyways, there is an understanding about men and women. Men operate a certain way, women operate a different way. And it's very in the extremes. That's not for everybody, and it may sound kind of extreme, and I don't even know what he says, so it might sound kind of extreme, but in reality, maybe 85% is not. But the point is, he can't preach it like that for everybody to understand the real true differences between men's roles in life and women's roles in life, because in reality, there are two opposite extremes of the world and life that you can't compare. And it sounds kind of extreme to some people. And I seen some of the women on there be 300 pounds talking about they want $1 million man that is whatever. And sometimes you got to go speak to these women like that. So sometimes that is appropriate, but
he was going he was going a lot harder than that. Because that's where I'll agree with you. I like Kevin Samuels from the standpoint of there should be some self-accountability, blah, 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 blah. But they're going way further than that. And trying to paint the black women as masculine and all this, that, and the third. And it's like, I'm going to talk about modern women. Have we ever had a conversation? Have those same influencers talked about modern men? No, they haven't. But I want to go back to my previous point. I want the whole panel to address this. Are black men in a crisis in 2024 as a whole? Not all of them, but I'm saying, because men are in a crisis. Young men, They're that's why they're turning to incels and blah blah blah. Are black men in a crisis? Yes or no?
You mean in America?
Yes.
That
From what it
that's
seems
a,
like, I mean,
yeah,
I know it's a
Go ahead,
big
go ahead,
question.
go ahead.
so that's a tough one for me because I'm in between that black men are in the crisis and the incels are just louder, if that makes sense. Because that's typically what it is, especially when it comes to negative things, or say like negative things about black people. Say black people are rowdy or whatnot, and that's probably not even the case. They're just loud. They're just louder, and they get the most publicity and things
And I
like
got
that. So, go
and,
ahead.
and I got a good question. So, off of what you said, for example, is Floyd and Austin and a few others, is that a symptom of that, or they're just outliers?
Absolutely, it's a symptom. For Austin, he didn't even give the U.S. a chance. He's like 25. He's a very, very young dude, right? From what I gathered, he's very, very young. He didn't even get the U.S. a chance, and he's talking about American women this or black women that. I'm like, yo, you haven't even lived life yet. What do you mean?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but when you think about it, too young for that. Why you? That's kind of weird, I think.
Because he can make money off incels.
That goes back to your point.
He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
I think I think he'll come back around though. I think
he won't.
The more like I don't count nobody out.
Get lost.
That's just, you know what I mean? It's just like he's from the United States. So at the end of the day, he just needs
and
to
that's all that matters. He don't got to shower or brush his teeth. My bad. That's
He's gonna. I'll agree with him.
Why can't they all add Social Luna? Where's the host at? Can you add Social Luna? He's backstage.
I think she's been having issues. She's been having issues with the whole StreamYard. So
well, why don't she just give the controls to somebody else?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I'll add to this. Austin will come back home. And he'll start doing his passport bro stuff domestically. He'll start saying, "Oh, black women, they're just not good. Let me go for the exoticals in America." But he's gonna be doing. He will come back home, but he's not gonna come back to his senses. That's where I disagree. He'll never come back to his senses.
Tell you what, I think at the very least, we should respect the countries that they visit, because you don't need to make you rather be affable and get along and be likable to people. You know what I mean? You don't need to go out abroad and make more people that may not like you or see you a certain way. It is really up to you, the perception that somebody's going to think about you regardless. So that's important.
I think people are going to be who they are, you know, and I think that at some point we just can't, if that's their main personality, that's their main personality, whether he's in the United States or in somewhere else, you know?
That's true, but when you travel... That's true, but when you travel, right, and then you go abroad, and then you're representing a group, but not just that, then you also make a video and broadcast it. Not just that, but now you also title the video a certain place. So you have to take that responsibility when you take a microphone, make a video, and put that out there.
I don't think people are not taking responsibility. I also think that also is some a level of marketing going with that. You know, it's a matter of what can I say to get the clicks and views that I need to generate me a hefty check at the end of the month. You know,
yeah, but we have to be aware. Like, we can't just make a YouTube video and say we want to ASSASASINATE the president of America. We can't just say things like that, right? So we have to be aware. I said assassinate.
Well, that's how they stormed the Capitol. They were doing it just on back channels and Reddit. They were saying stuff like that to an extent.
Bro, you see what happened to them?
People gonna say what they want to say. People gonna do what they want to do.
Yeah, the QAnon, like, people are doing that kind of stuff. It doesn't make it right. Yeah. They're doing it.
I don't know.
Not to sidetrack it.
But yeah, there was a Gringo Go Home movement in Colombia. I'm sure it's still there to various extents and degrees.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, man. Like you rather be likable to people, man. Like everybody, a lot of people travel. What people doing now, traveling even for box, that's not new. But to
Well,
the
Right.
extent
Yeah,
and how it
there's
to the
layers to the
extent,
whole
yeah,
gringo
yeah.
go home too.
This and traveling for box is nothing new. But the way it's being done now, to the extreme, and just everywhere and all this and that, that's new because the people that travel been traveling for a long time. They have a way of doing it. And
Listen,
this thing that's going on now is,
listen. I think that what's not being taken into consideration is social media. So everything is more publicized and more.
Hello?
Yeah,
Can you guys hear me?
yep.
yeah, we
Yeah,
definitely
so
can.
I'm a young dude, so I just want to.
Let me finish
talk
what I was
about it.
saying before you go running your mouth.
Talk nice to him though.
God
Yeah,
damn, bro.
bro.
But
Yeah,
this is
I'm
a
not
matter.
gonna
Like
run
I
my
come
mouth.
from the city, I'm from respect, man. Like you
I'm
don't
not
just
gonna
go
run
and
my
just
mouth,
running your
bro.
mouth, man.
I'm not
Let
gonna
somebody
run my
finish.
mouth, bro. I'm an
like
intelligent young
like
black
that
man, bro.
British dude
Don't
I
took
be
didn't
him
say
10
you
speaking to
minutes
me
wasn't
to
like that,
say
intelligent,
something.
bro.
bro.
But let
Don't
me
be
finish
speaking
saying
to
what
me
I'm
like that,
saying.
bro. I
Let
don't
me
know why you
finish saying
came
what
at
I'm
me that
saying.
hard, bro. I don't even know you, bro. Let me just get
Okay,
my point out, bro.
listen. I
Let me just
apologize.
get my
Let me
point
finish.
out, bro.
Now we taking turns. We take it. We
Let me
men
finish
here.
what I'm
Whoever
Yeah.
was
saying, and then
speaking,
you
go
can
ahead.
Yeah, bro.
absolutely
He
get
just
your
came
point.
at me out of nowhere, bro. Like
I just said I apologize. What
bro.
more you fucking want from me?
Damn, bro.
What more you want from me?
Okay,
Huh?
bro. Okay, bro. That's
All
an
right, then
issue.
drop it.
That's an issue with the community,
I,
bro. Like the old
yeah,
people and the young people's are disconnect, bro. Like,
Yep.
look at you coming at me, bro. I'm a
that's
young dude.
correct.
Okay,
I'm
conflict
trying.
Exactly.
I'm
conflict
trying to
resolution.
understand.
That's right.
Conflict
I'm trying to
conflict
understand where y'all
resolution.
coming from. I'm trying to give my
Let's get to the
perspective.
resolution
This
part.
nigga just coming to me like
The,
fighting,
the,
bro. What's
the
the beef, bro?
the
What's the
dis.
beef, bro?
He
What's the
apologized
beef?
to you.
Oh
Bro.
my
He
goodness
apologized to you,
gracious!
but
Damn.
he was out of
Marbury and
pocket with the way
Joseph,
he talked to you.
please, my brother with the glasses on, can you please help me here? Because I'm ready to go off.
Hey, so hey man,
Please
just
help me, please.
hey, orange shirt, just say what you had to say, and then the new dude that just came in, he'll go right after you. Just get out your point. We all men here. Let's that whole conflict resolution. Let's get to it, man.
Okay. So what I was saying is that what's being done today is not like it wasn't being done 20, 30 years ago. It's just that things are more heightened because of social media. Now we can see everything that's going on because of social media. Before there was no social media. You know what I mean? Nothing's
Let him finish.
how can I say this? I don't want to say things aren't different because they are different because of social media. But it's not like I'm from the hood. People have been dying in the hood for years. Now it seems like it's more people passing away because we didn't have access to all the people that's been passed away. Am I making any sense?
You're
I
right.
understand. I understand that social media is out and is being out and it's quick. I'm 5 seconds. So
Gotcha.
social media is out. We're able to see it a lot more cool. But everything taken into consideration, even though it may be shown more, I think overall it's being done a lot more, especially from America, in my opinion.
All right, let the new dude that just came on the panel go. Trying to get some more.
All right, bro. I'm sorry about that. What just happened, bro? I know I came in kind of a little bit like
No,
that.
you good.
No, that's fine, bro. So what I was saying, bro, I understand there's a disconnect between the older generation and the newer generation because you guys grew up in a different time. You guys didn't grow up with technology like us do, so you probably have more advanced skills when it comes on to social skills, and you just probably have a different perspective of the world, you know. But like, as a young dude, we grew up in the technology, dating apps, all these issues, bro. So you could say it's environment where a lot of black men probably are stunted right now. So I think it's a difference, bro. So that I just want to get my point out. And the women too. Remember, not only men are socially awkward in 2024, women are too. Remember that.
Facts.
Women back in your day, they probably were like more receptive to a man approaching them and stuff like that. Women of our day now, they're putting men on fucking TikTok and all these type of shit. So there's definitely like a difference in culture. I would say that too in America. So that's just my perspective as a young dude. If you dudes want to like like talk more about that, but that's just what I see as a young guy.
I mean, shit, if a woman is a little more shy or awkward, that means there's just more room for you to lead and
Understood,
teach her to.
like back
But
as
yeah, I understand what you're saying.
bro, like back in your day, women like a woman could be shy and awkward, but right now, like they view men as like they don't view it as something receptive. You know what I'm saying? Like they view it online is how they get their dudes now and stuff. So it's a difference, bro. I know what I'm talking about, right? and I work in sales, so I don't have a problem approaching women. You know what I'm saying? But there's definitely a difference.
You work in
That's true
sales.
because
You're
my bad.
forced.
Go ahead.
You're forced because you work in sales. You're forced to interact with people, so you don't have the social anxiety that somebody that sits in their mama's basement playing video games all day have. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I can't. While I'm sympathetic to the younger generation, at the end of the day, get up out the basement and go get into a fist fight in your hood. Go meet the people in your hood. You need
And check
to be
this.
able to interact with people
Yeah.
to be able to survive in life. There's no excuse. The social
Only,
office.
yeah,
I
you
mean-
old school
And
as
check
hell,
this
bro.
out.
Man,
They call
hard to do that when-
talking to
I do.
they call talking to women. My bad. They call talking to women cold approach. Oh, should I cold approach her? Did she give me choosing? Nigga,
Yeah,
just go to her,
that's
talk to her.
That's a
What do you
weird
mean
term,
cold
bro.
cold approach? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
that's a
Talk
weird.
regular conversation.
Where that term come from?
It
Where that
always
term
existed.
come from, bro?
It's not a new term.
Dating coaches and shit.
It's not a new term, but like again, I want to push back on. Let's stop making this the narrative. This is a young man's issue. No, this is men in general. This is a misogyny issue. It has nothing to do with age. Yes, there are some factors that young people have more technology, less social, maybe more prone to have less social skills. But I'm 41. We grew up in Atari, Nintendo, all through the video games and stuff like that. There's still opportunities. It depends on who you are as a man. Are you competitive? Are you going to make excuses? Do you have a loser mentality? It's more about that than just do you stay in your mama's basement and stuff like that. Because people did that for generations. It's not just a young person's problem.
And a lot of it also, I think, is because they figured out, if you go to these countries, you could pay $20, $30, $40, $50 for some crazy box.
Right.
Just keep it a bean.
Yeah, and also another thing too, bro. I feel like a lot of dudes are following like dangerous ideologies. Like, like online, they push out these narratives that women only want dudes 6 foot, money. So I don't feel like a lot of young dudes are probably got caught up in that bullshit and now think that every woman is just this monster. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of shit.
Yeah, those are those incel dudes, and those are those incel dudes, and those dudes who ain't had a strong male figure in their life when they was growing up.
I think there's too much people that, because you got to be a man, you got to be a leader, you got to know how to think for yourself. Like some people just listen too much, don't live for themselves and experience themselves and reflect and keep it true. Like you got to be based on truth. You really have to be and think and see things for what they are and really think about it and accept that, and you learn and grow. But you can't get all your information from everyone else and have a theory. Now you really have to think for yourself. And a lot of these videos do that. They kind of take it to an extreme. Like I like Fresh and Fit, and that's cool. I could see it because I know I'm not gonna lose my paradigm or my point of view. I know it's not gonna be thwarted. It's not gonna be twisted by what they're saying because I know the truth. But others, they're just too easily manipulated.
I challenge all you guys on the panel to mentor young men, specifically black men. I'm not doing it myself. I'm guilty as charged. But because of this manosphere stuff, it has made a call to action.
So my man, what's your name or whatever you go by?
I'm Z.
The one that you're talking, the one that was just talking.
Okay.
Me? The one in the my Maroon Tiger. Do you want my real name?
No. I just because I don't see the display name, so that's why I asked.
Me neither. Yeah.
So my display name is My Skins Money, but I do want to say, so I actually do mentor young men. I've been doing it for 13 years. I have my own nonprofit. I've been doing it here, Costa Rica, Colombia. Here I live in Boston, Massachusetts. So I've been doing that for 13 years. So it's something that I'm very, very familiar with. But I think that is a man's civic duty is to give back to the community and mentor young men. That's just something you should be doing anyways.
That's how I think we turn the tide on this. If we really pour black men, and I'm not just talking about black men in general really aren't. We're doing a lot of preaching, but we're not really pouring back into the community as much. Like we're all about individualism, and I think, like I said, the manosphere stuff and the red pill stuff, it's showing. I've never gotten into it. It was always off brand to me. But I'm more of a guy who thinks for himself. I'm really hard to gaslight, and it's really made me want to go and mentor some men. young men, all ages, whatever. Because it's like they're really being influenced by these Andrew Tates, by these Fresh and Fits, by these Austin Holmans that at 24, 25 years of old age, they can tell you, oh, no woman in America is of quality. That's BS.
Yeah, man.
Check this out.
But I think if
Go ahead.
some of these people would go outside and live their lives on real soil.
Exactly.
No, I want to interrupt. They're living their lives.
So,
they're hold on. I want to say something real quick. They're living their lives.
Okay, I got next. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're living their lives, but men of all ages. My age, like I said, I'm 41. You'll hear stories from Black women that say they're coming on dates talking about, I'm a high value man. What do you bring to the table? Or you're not really as desirable. So they're out there touching grass and they're treating women like crap. So it's not just about touching grass. It's about who are you as a man? What is inside? Are you a gentleman?
So check this out. I know y'all mentioned Andrew Tate, all these dudes. Listen, I challenge you guys. Also the first challenge is good mentoring youth. I challenge you guys. Read the book. If you don't want to read it, get the audiobook. Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. I wish I could be exaggerating and tell you that if you read that, you wouldn't need Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit. But I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that. Like, really listen to that audiobook. Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. Once you understand the psychology difference, how women approach this thing and men approach this thing, very little. You're gonna need very little from these other dudes. I guarantee you that. I challenge you.
Let me say this. Let me say this real quick. An orange shirt, right? Right before the very last thing that you said it's not our responsibility, and I think just in that part alone is a serious issue, because back in the day, I'm 37, and I think you're older than me. That's how it was, but it was our responsibility. You know what I'm saying? That's how Black culture was. But I don't know, this Black culture today is very, very different, because Black culture to me back in the day, Black culture was the electric slide. Black culture was the block parties and the cookouts, and the Black parties was, we knew who our neighbors was and we knew who the corner store owner was. That was Black culture to me. That's the culture that I grew up in. And when let me just finish this. And we used to watch everybody's kids. We knew everybody's kids. You know what I'm saying? And I think we got away from that.
Hey, I just want to make this point in too. Like a lot of people keep saying there's no good women around, there's no good Black women. But you ever thought about that? A lot of Black men, bro, they want a certain type of woman, and that's the woman who has a toxic behaviors. Because I know a lot of women in college who are very nice women, bro. They just don't have all the curves and flashy shit, that. You know what I'm saying?
Black men, I think our culture is training us to pursue a terrible pedigree of woman.
Yes.
They talk about how they want the purity woman, they want the low body count, but if there was a virgin, they don't want that. If there was a girl in school, they're going to talk about student loan debt. They don't really want. We're being raised to pursue a physical pedigree of women, and that's not a wife.
Mm-hmm. Well, who's playing music? Because they're gonna get the video copyrighted. They're gonna get the video taken down. So whoever's playing music got to stop playing music.
I want to just go back to the crisis point. Black culture to me has always been more of a hyper masculine, from the male perspective. It's always been like a hyper masculine approach, and that throughout time has, there's been some pros and cons to it, but I think it's starting to kind of wane, because Black women are starting to stand up and become a little bit more independent. The economy is changing, and like I think a lot of Black men, they're struggling to figure out where their place is in the world, because they're like, I can't lead because these women are making more than me. I can't really lead because I don't have really the spaces to dominate and be hyper masculine. The culture's changing. Hyper masculinity is a negative thing or whatever, and it's like they're struggling to adapt. That's why I say that for different reasons, Black men in general are in crisis, and they don't want to help. The sad thing is women are going to help us out of this crisis, because men ain't going to do anything about it. They're just going to be individualists, seek for scavenge for themselves. They're not going to help reach back and try to groom men and mentor men. That's like I said, I before I jump on the panel, I really challenge all of us. If it's one day a month, whatever you can do, mentor some men to show them another example that, these Austin Hallmans, these Andrew Tates, they're funny. They're clowns. They're charlatans. They're not real men. They're not fathers. They don't really want. A lot of these dudes, they're so pro father. They're so pro men's rights. They're so pro husbands' rights, but they don't want to be husbands themselves. They don't want kids. They don't want to have a family.
That's true. It's true, man. Have you ever seen Austin with a girlfriend, like steady? It's like he's always swinging from, you know what I'm saying, like chick to chick.
Yo,
Yeah, right. So real quick, because I'm just gonna hop off the panel. Hey, salute to the panel, salute to the chat. I think the host is I don't know what's going on with her stuff. So y'all hold it down. Salute.
I won.
She needs to
Stay
go
safe.
and watch a YouTube video on StreamYard for you.
Yeah, I think this is her
So
first
check
live.
it out. Yeah, I think so. You touched on Austin not having a girl. I was thinking, right? I'm like, yo, I know me. I don't want to sound like, but I know if I would have been even the first country I traveled to, I would have been had a girl. Like, it's not a question. But how you got all these countries, all these videos, by now, at the very least, you will have girls from these previous countries you've been to reaching out to you. You would already have established a rapport and relationships that you can reach out to from all these places that you've been to, multiple women, like nothing. You don't even got one that you can call on like right now to be with you. Like, what's going on here?
How do we know that he don't have that?
Austin doesn't
No, I'm
want
saying,
a wife. He doesn't want a serious girlfriend. He just wants to play around. So really all his subscribers are doing is paying for him to go on dates with women and go globetrotting and get passport stamped. But still, like, if you would if you was a real dude, if you really that guy, you would have women reaching out to you. Without he wouldn't have an issue having women on his videos all the time doing all of this. He would even just have one there with him right now just because. Without him even trying. To your point, real recognize real and game recognize game. And I think women are the failure of the passport bros is they didn't realize, they underestimated the power of women, that they're gonna see you as phonies regardless of where you're at.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, what's
that
passport, bro? They're just gonna like go from country to country. Like, what is the point at? I thought he was to get a wife, or get away from toxic women, bro. So what?
It's all cap. They just say that. But how many countries he been to? You will have a list.
That's why you gotta look past
all these.
He's not doing this to find a girlfriend or a wife. He's just doing this to travel, globetrot on your dime. That's what he's doing. He's selling it as, I'm trying to find women, I'm going to teach you how to date. That's a lie. He's just traveling on your dime. That's all it is.
I don't know how you've been to all these countries and don't even have people reaching out to you from these other countries and already have developed a network and all these things. Like, what are you doing?
I ask you, how do you know that he don't have people reaching out to him?
Nah, because I'll tell you why. Because if you create content, you work with other people and you network with other people. So all of this would be in his chat. He'll be doing all of this for his own channel.
Oh yeah, definitely. If he had women reaching out to him, he would let us know, bro. You know that.
Yeah. I think he's on a hiatus. He doesn't even, like, to your point, why doesn't he have women reaching out to him? He probably does, and he's probably swatting them away because he's like, I got a brand to run, and I got to run on debauchery. I got to tell these people that there's no options. I got to tell these people that I'm struggling to date, and I found this new girl, and it's all fraud. It's all front.
It's because when you really travel and you really develop rapports and relationships, time could pass. You could be somewhere, but people will still genuinely connect or reach out and do things. And by now, doing all of this for this long, going to all these places, doing all of these things, I think he should have built a lot more naturally. Like, yeah, I don't know what
but that hurts his brand. Don't you see that? If he finds a long-term girlfriend, if he finds a wife, it's over.
But you don't even, she could just like you though. You don't, what I mean is, if you really that guy, you will have a girl that just it is not even nothing serious. She just want to be with you, spend time with you, like, and she know what it is, and that's just okay.
It's not going to happen, my guy. When he finds a girl that
I'm not saying every girl, but if you've been traveling, doing all this time, and some people just want to pass time, chill, vibe, and do that.
But hear me out. If he finds a girl that really likes him, she's going to shut all this stuff down. She's not gonna let him go travel from next country to next country, screwing next girl to next girl on next country. She's gonna shut all this down. So he can't. It's bad for his brand to have anything work.
Bro, but how could Austin give fucking advice and women on dating women in different countries when he's only spent like a day or two? Like there's
exactly.
That's
it.
Exactly. Like that's what that's that's going to the point that I was saying. You will have a list of women that you will still have some kind of rapport or relationship with. It don't even got to be anything serious. She just want to kick it with you, spend time with you, and it's nothing serious. And that would be easy to do. And you just make videos with her, chilling. It almost look like y'all a couple, but y'all not, because she just want to chill with you.
Yeah,
that's normal stuff. And you haven't even accomplished that by now.
I think they don't want those girl next doors. They want the baddies. The baddies
Nah,
do that.
It's because he's only 24, 22. He hasn't even developed himself as a man to even know how to get that, or even see, recognize that opportunity.
Bingo. He can't qualify for the women. He thinks all women in America are trash because the real women of quality don't want him. And he's not willing to grow into the man that he needs to be.
He's too young, I think. He don't even know what he's doing or what he wants.
That's it.
Hey, I think like Buddy should come back, build a career, because like I don't know how sustainable this is. You know what I'm saying? Just globetrotting, bro. You gotta have a career, some type of status the older you get.
He's a barber. He owns.
Think about it.
He's got money.
That's what he says. I don't know, but think about it. Grown people, what they do, they build a career, they save money, they build businesses, entrepreneur. He's doing some of that, but people build careers and save and then go travel.
Right.
Feel me? So he's doing it backwards. I don't know, but it's not sustainable. It's not. It's like I asked Floyd, like, yo, you never worry about if you're in a third world, developing country, dangerous country, whatever you want to call it, and you run out of money. You don't got food, like you never worry about that. You gotta beg. What if you lose your phone? What if your channel get cut off and you don't got money? You never worry about that? Or you trolling?
Yeah.
Well, look, guys, I'm gonna jump off of here. The name of my channel is Keeping It Real with Lefty. Please go and subscribe. Host of the channel, do yourself a favor and watch a YouTube video on how to use StreamYard, so that way when you do this live next, it could be more organized and stuff like that. If you need help with it, reach out to me. I'm an expert at using StreamYard. I can help you out. Now, what you was about to say to me? What you about to say?
Who was gonna talk? Somebody was gonna say something? Oh, I'll say something. Hey, we weren't that bad. I mean, I've seen other panels go crazy, but
correct.
Yeah, but the host ain't even here talking. You know what I mean? So
yes. I don't know where she went.
I'll say this. I'm glad that she gave us a platform, because like this is what black men really need to do. We need to, I forget the word, but like we need to like really just kind of like
dialogue.
We need to squeeze these guys out of business. We need to show them the true man. The problem is black manhood in general, not just black men. They're too quiet. They're confident about themselves. They're looking at these passport bros and these incels and saying that they're weirdos, but they're not doing anything about it. So they get to continue to exist. Like we need to band together. We need to mentor young men, and we also need to band together and just push them out the paint.
Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, have a great night. I'm
all right, deuces. Facts. And yeah, keep Africa passport bro free. I agree with the name of the channel. I agree with what she does. You got to call out the behavior, man. It's obvious. It's not hating. She a woman and we're men, and we see the things for what they are. And I support the channel and all calling these weirdos out. Man. I'm out of here.
Y'all have a great night, man.
Okay, guys, I'm going to close the. Okay, I'm going to close it now. I see this video appreciate everybody. And until the mark and everybody. Bye bye now.